Well, for the Islamic State, it's not just a rebooted military strategy. It's a reassertion of ideals. And as horrific as many of their actions are, putting a stop to them may be one of the most difficult tasks. As our national correspondent Christine Frizzell reports, it's raising questions about human rights abuses from both enemies and friends.
On the offense, and with expanded power comes a growing list of atrocities for the Islamic State. Reports of ISIS members pretending to be homosexual, then capturing actual homosexuals and throwing them to their deaths. New mothers in Syria apparently tortured with medieval devices like this one, simply for breastfeeding in public. And children being recruited to fight with ISIS at a young age. National security and terrorism expert John Hanna says when it comes to the U.S. role in stopping this, it will need to be with weapons, not words.
I think what you've got to do is actually defeat them on the battlefield. You've got to, this is not an enemy we're going to be able to talk out of their human rights violations, persuade them out of their human rights violations.
Hanna says attacking the ideology itself would need to come from within, something few have been willing to do thus far.
What you've got to do is obviously find people in the Middle East of real authority with real religious credentials that are respected in these communities that these young people will listen to.
One of the most complicated parts about the U.S. role in fighting back, according to some experts, is working to enforce human rights abuses with enemies and friends alike. President Obama met with Arab leaders earlier this month, and Congressman Jim McGovern says it was a missed opportunity to stand up for human rights abuses.
We talk a good game when it comes to human rights, but our follow-through isn't always there. We're tougher on countries that we don't have strong economic ties with.
A fear mixed messages may send the wrong messages about where the U.S. stands on human rights.